Hello everyone, this is the 8th video of Python for Beginners course. In this video, I'll be teaching you about loops in Python. Basically, there are two types of loops in Python. First one is for loop and other one is while loop. Now let's see how to use it. First, create a Python file called, I'll name it here loops01 .py and open it with your IDE. And now let's say we have a variable called a and its value equals this string value Python. And now let's say we want to print these characters one by one, PYTHON in different lines, not as all, but this character by character. To do that, we can use this for loop. For I in a print I. What does this mean is this I is a variable for that instance, and it is changing over these values. When the first time this loop runs, the value of I becomes P. Then the second time when this loop runs, it will become Y. Likewise, this value of I is changing through this string when this loop runs, and it will display these characters one by one. Now let's see. If I run the program, it will print these characters in Python like this. And now let's say we want to capitalize these characters. What we can do is using this upper function. What does this upper function does is capitalize the characters in this variable here. If we run this again, as you can see, the value, these strings are capitalized. Now let's say we want to print these characters with their indexes. Indexes means the position where these characters included in this is. For P it is 0, Y it is 1, for T it is 2, likewise it is changing throughout this string. To do that, we will need two variables here. I name them as I and J. Here this is not A now. This should be enumerate A. What does this enumerate function does is it is getting the index value and the real value of these characters when this loop runs. For the first time, it is the value is P and its index is 0. Second time it is Y and 1 likewise. And the first, this I variable is the index of the character, and then this J is the value of corresponding character. Now let's print them out. Here I use the modern formattings in Python using this F, and here I add this I value, which is the index, and then here I add arrow, and then the value of that corresponding index, which is J. If we enter it like that, it will be like this. 0 is P, 1 is Y, just like that. So that's about for loop, and now let's see how the while loop works. While loop works until some kind of condition is true. For example, like this. Let's say we have a variable called C and it is equal to 0. We want to print the value of this C until it becomes 0. Throughout the program, the C value is being changed and it will become 10 at some time. Let's see how to do it. First type while, then here the condition. Here the condition is while C is less than 10, and when the C value is less than 10, we have to do something. What we are going to do here is we are printing the value of C, and the next line we are adding 1 to the current value of C. C equals C plus 1. Or else we can do the same thing with this, plus equals 1. This will increase the value of C by 1. If we run this thing, you can see it will print 0 to 9. When the first time this loop runs, the value of C is 0, and here it will checking whether this is less than 10, then that is true, so it will go to here and print the value of C. Then it is increasing the value of C by 1, then it's go to the second round. Likewise, it will be loop until the value equals 10. When the value equals 10, this while condition becomes false and it will go to the end of the program. Now let's do something more advanced. In here we are going to get inputs from user. Here we are going to get two values from user and giving out the sum of those values until the user want to quit the program. To do that, we have to use this while true. While true means this program will loop always until we want to quit. To quit it, there is a keyword called break. Whenever this break comes, the loop is ended. Now let's see how to do that. First, we have to take two inputs from user. First input, I'll say it is input 1 and it is equals. There should be a float value or integer, because we are going to give away the sum of those values. Float input. Here I type enter first number and likewise here I change this to 2, enter here second number, and after that we are giving out the user sum of two numbers is, then the sum, input 1 plus input 2. And now let's run this and see what will happen. If we run it, it is asking for our first input. I say 50 and the second I say 70 and the sum is 120. It is correct. And it is asking four numbers again. Here I add 60, 70, it is 130, and it is asking for again 40 and 1. It is no, this error because I entered the value here in a wrong way. If we run it again, I will be covering this error handling part in future videos. For now, we don't consider them. First value I say 40 and the second value I say 1. It is 41. Likewise, this program never ends. Now let's say we want to quit this program. Yes, of course we can use this Control C keyboard input to quit these programs, but it is not the correct way. Now let's say this program asking for user to another input. As input 3, let's say it should be a string value, and in this string what we are going to do is whether asking user to quit this program or run again. Let's say input, then here the program gives the user a message, run again, and user can enter y or n. and if the input 3 equals to n, which means the user does not want to run this again, this program has to be stopped. Just print thank you, have a nice day, and after that we need to quit this program to stop this, which means we have to stop this loop. As I told earlier, we can use this break keyword. Now let's see what will happen. If I run this again, it is asking for values. I say 30 and here I say 70, it is 100, and it is asking run again. So here I'll add y, and if I type y, it is asking again 5 and 3, it is 8, and now I'll type n. After that it is say thank you, have a nice day, and the program is ended. So this is how we can use loops in Python. Thank you for watching.